Come on, Cole, there are cops out there with their boxes. Frank, you really need to think about this. You're getting caught. Let me in first. We'll sort this out peacefully. Trust me, it's a great plan. Subtitles. If you refuse to believe what I say, you're really in big trouble. Believe me. I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Sounds crazy, right? But he did believe me. He cuffed himself. But outside, everything was tranquil, as if they were throwing a you're under arrest party. Subtitles. So, Carl then left with the extradition treaty in hand, heading straight for that creepy prison. 2 years had turned Frank into a ghost, looking pretty rough. Subtitles. So Carl quickly called for a doctor. But the moment he turned around, Frank had already vanished into thin air. At that moment, some people upstairs started cheering loudly, until a gun appeared to stop him. On the plane, Carl asked Frank how he got his lawyer's license. Frank just wanted to see his dad one last time. Sorry, I didn't expect to run into him at home. He really messed things up. At the station, the news about his dad hit Frank like a tragedy show. Frank completely lost it. Carl had to take him to the restroom. After a dramatic meltdown, it felt like frozen in there. When Carl barged in, the place was entirely empty, just like a ghost town. Subtitles. But Frank unexpectedly arrived at his mother's new home, witnessing a heartwarming new home scene. Unfortunately, the cops arrived like they were on a shopping spree. Frank didn't hesitate, walked right up to the cop car like a little good kid. 2 years later, Carl brought some comics to visit Frank in prison. Carl was really there to ask for help. With a counterfeit check in his hand, Frank instantly recognized the trickery at a glance. The criminal couldn't hide from Frank. Carl was left speechless. So, the old Skycheck thief transformed into an agent. But unexpectedly, his job meant day and night work. Frank started dreaming of another escape. One day, he donned his pilot uniform, showing up at the airport, only to find Carl waiting there. What's your plan? Carl was hot on his heels, like an eagle eyeing its check. However, Carl wasn't there just to catch him. He was there to bring a surprise. See you Monday, Frank. You won't disappear. But Monday came, and Frank was MIA, leaving Carl pulling his hair out. Suddenly, someone snatched his magnifying glass. Frank had returned. Carl inquired again about how to pass the exam. Frank provided the answer casually. Carl was once again blown away by Frank's brain power. This is a true story, and the real Frank prototype might just be here. I saw so many traits in Frank. He was truly a genius. Young, reckless, and extremely brilliant, truly a natural performer. Within a mere 2 years, he siphoned millions. What a true sleepless night hero. But Carl, well, not so lucky. All the heavy work made him seem like a nerd, simply a workaholic. Yet he was totally fooled by a young punk. What can I say? That's just life. In the end, Frank tried to reclaim everything for his father, but went too far, no turning back. Carl guided him back onto the right path, and he eventually turned around. Because he knew someone cared. Oh, how warm society can be. Movies can truly change people's lives. Nothing can replace that. Don't forget, if you enjoy the content I'm sharing, take this opportunity to hit the subscribe button. I'm striving hard to make everyone believe in the power of trust. In the end, remember, true trust comes from the heart. Both the young and the elderly ought to comprehend what the true value of life is. The key is to treat others sincerely, not just focus on money. The ultimate achievement lies in cherishing and loving. Family will always be the most crucial thing in life. If I make a fantastic film, remember to check it out.